Howdy folks, welcome to my retro media room, and today I decided I wanted to take a look at my Jurassic Park collection in celebration of the Jurassic Park collection that just got released on current consoles, which has quite a few of these on there. So to start with, we have Jurassic Park on the Nintendo Entertainment System, which on the collection is referred to as the Jurassic Park 8-bit, because they're, for some reason, I've noticed that they're not able to say Nintendo on the collection. They only say Genesis 8-bit, 16-bit, and handheld instead of Game Boy. So I thought that was interesting. So played this for the first time in the collection. It was funny. The game is pretty decent. You can see the DNA of the Super Nintendo game because they're both from Ocean. And so it's pretty decent. I thought it was pretty good. But the thing that a big gripe I had in the game, though, that was kind of funny, was that in the game there are these boxes that have question marks on them, and they're literally question marks because you don't know what you're going to get when you run into them. They're either going to blow up and kill you, or they're going to give you ammo or give you health. Like it's literally, you don't know what you're going to get each and every time you come across these, and that's a terrible design and pretty funny. So that was definitely a huge hit against the game's quality in terms of bothering to play it. But other than that, it was interesting and decent. I like the intro to it. So anyhow, that was the first time. That was my first time playing it, and just getting experience of it there. And inside we got the back of the box, and inside here we got the cartridge and booklet, which I'm very happy I got very nice crisp copies of. And of course it's just obviously just a custom case, because I love the artwork and wanted to have it available. All right, and next, my favorite of all these is Jurassic Park on the Super Nintendo. So growing up, this was the main Jurassic Park game I played. The main one I played, the one I played the most, and I grew up with it. The game has a fantastic soundtrack. It has good graphics. It has these amazing Doom clone indoor sequences that's in first person, and they're eerie and creepy, and the atmosphere is great. And it's really fantastic. I really like this game. I put it in my Hidden Gems videos because I feel like people don't celebrate it enough, and it's not just a licensed title. It's actually a good game. It's tough, and you can't, in the original version, you can't save. So my sister and I would leave it on all night, the Super Nintendo, in order to try again the next day to continue the game because you can't save it. Now, luckily, with the new version of it that just released, you can have a save state that you can do anytime. So that's very helpful. So I'm actually going to finally beat it. So you got the front, you got a raptor in the background, into the black background here. The title, based on the original blockbuster hit Jurassic Park, played again for the first time, which is funny. What a marketing statement. And you can actually, I forgot that you can use the mouse on this. I never tried it, but you can. Also interesting, Dolby Surround. It does have really good sound. So I guess that makes sense. You got the back here, and the amazing practical animatronic raptor from the movie. And here's a image of the first person sequences, of course, in the rest of the game. And then we'll take a look at the inside here. And the cartridge, which they did perfect here with the artwork, because it's just the classic pure black background and Jurassic Park emblem. I mean, it's absolutely classic. Couldn't have done that better. And all the other goodies. Now, here's the thing I just discovered. So here's the booklet, jungle background, and I was flipping through it, and there's this note from whoever, because I'm not the original owner of this particular set of this copy. I have just a cartridge. Songs to record from Jurassic Park, Super Nintendo, on the computer only. Welcome to Jurassic Park, jungle theme, the plans with the stumbling dinosaurs, the mountains outside of the ship. So the music is so good that whoever had this before wrote this note to record these songs to listen to later, which I actually have pulled those songs from YouTube years ago and I have them downloaded as MP3s. So that's hilarious that somebody else had the same, because the soundtrack is so good, so many people like it that they actually download it to listen to it. So that was hilarious that somebody wrote that note. That was not me that wrote that note. So yeah, Jurassic Park, love it. It's my favorite thing about the new collection that came out. And next we have Jurassic Park Part 2, The Chaos Continues. This game is a technological marvel. It is very, very impressive in audio and visual design of the game. Let's see, free Jurassic Park collectible dinosaurs, mail-in offer details. This is a custom case, so this is sequel is here, featuring all new dinosaurs. So, yeah, the game really is impressive visually, but I do have a complaint though, that the difficulty ramps up. The raptors are cheap, and the difficulty is a little too high. So I recommend putting it on easy to make it tolerable to play. But visually, though, it's worth experiencing just for the visuals alone, because it's some of the best I've ever seen in 16-bit consoles. And got the booklet and the cartridge. So yeah, this is a very interesting game that pushed the Super Nintendo. I probably pushed it to its absolute limits. I mean, that's like easily one of the best looking games on the whole console. You could see the money they put into this thing. So very impressive. All right, next we have Jurassic Park on the Sega Genesis. Now this one, okay, so I hadn't played it in a while. I didn't really play it growing up, and I didn't play Jurassic Park Part 2 either growing up. I played that in my adult life, and this same here. So this game, good grief. Yeah, that's rough. It's pretty bad. I couldn't play it very long. It's terrible frame rate, chunky controls, wonky everything about it's wonky and chunky and bad, and it's just not good. It's, I mean, it's got some good sound effects, some interesting graphics at times, and animations, but man, it's rough. So this is not one I recommend for, oh man, it's great to play, but I just love having this. I mean, look at this. I mean, you can look at the artwork here. I mean, I just, and this is a very crispy copy that I got a hold of. So I just love having this to collect, but in terms of game quality, it's rough. I don't recommend. Now the next one that I do like a lot, that's also on the collection on current consoles, is Rampage Edition. This is a reproduction box. So just a quick note on that. So this game is actually a lot of fun. It's very fast. It looks and sounds and plays way better. It's the same engine, same people, but it plays way better. Honestly, they came out with this probably because they realized their last game was not any good, and they made a far superior version of that it, or iteration of it with this one. So it's because it's got, you can play as Dr. Grant or Raptor, same way in the other one, but they just tightened this up and made it a way better game on this one. So that's what I suspect happened. It was so bad that they went ahead and said, let's get another game out, and obviously with new scenarios and everything, but make it a lot better than what we did with the last one. So anyway, take a look here now. Of course, the game and booklet. Yeah, this game is a lot of fun. I like it a lot. It's fun, action packed. It's pretty crazy. Now the next game I actually just got through playing for the first time, and this is not on the collection, and this is a reproduction box here as well. The Lost World Jurassic Park on Genesis. So this game, kind of like Part 2, The Chaos Continues on Super Nintendo, is a technical marvel on the Sega Genesis. I'm really impressed with what I saw with this, what I was seeing with the visuals of this game. I didn't get to all the parts. Like, some of these look crazy that I actually wanted to see, but just wasn't able to get to in the game. But yeah, the game is very impressive on a technical level, and it's pretty fun too. So this is one of the better ones for sure. I was enjoying it. It's a little frustrating at times, and it's a little, but but that's just older games for you. But it's good. It's absolutely worth checking out. I recommend it. Okay, next here we have Jurassic Park on the Sega CD. So I don't have a Sega CD. I've never been able to play this game. I bought this for like $12 at a local store years ago. I thought, hey, this is just cool to have, right? I just the box art alone. And here's the game a little bit. So, some kind of first person. I know nothing about this game, to be honest. I'm gonna have to like look up a YouTube video of a playthrough to even see it. So this one I don't know. I can't comment on the gameplay, but I just thought it was cool to have. And maybe one of these days I'll get a Sega CD. I would certainly like to have one. And then finally, we have The Lost World Jurassic Park on the PlayStation 1. So I have a protective case here. And I put this in, the reason for that. So notice this has a 3D card effect on the front here, right? But here's the trick. So that's what makes this particularly rare. And that took some effort to get a hold of. and there's the back of the game too. So this game, which is not the most amazing game in the world critically, it wasn't exactly praised for its time. Beautiful graphics though. But in terms of collecting it, so here's the thing. So you got the booklet. So notice, so the booklet itself is just normal printout, but it's printed with the vertical lines all through it, so that when you when you take it and you pair it with this textured front jewel case piece here, and when you pair it with it, when you have them together, then together they line up, and then they're able to do the 3D effects. So needless to say, this front jewel case piece is unusual and hard to come by without it being cracked or broken or replaced. So this is a special copy here, and I'm certainly happy to have it, and I keep it nice, and I keep it in this protective case. So and the game is kind of a 2.3D or 2.5D side-scrolling platforming. There's a fighting game aspect to it where you have 1v1 dinosaurs, and beautiful animation and graphics and sound and everything though. So technical marvel, not revolutionary gameplay, but an impressive game nonetheless. So I've been a fan of the movie since I was a little kid, and since it first came out. So this is a lot of fun to be looking at these and talking about these for me. If you thought the same, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you want to keep up with my latest videos. And I appreciate you watching, and have a wonderful day.